Hi everyone, it's Michelle here from Novels on the Run, and this is Talking Books Tuesday number 16. Alright, I'll get straight into it. This is a series that I just wanted to show you guys. I'm not sure if I've actually written reviews for them. This was back in 2010 when I read them. I actually won them. A big box, I'm talking whopping box of 35 books from a American blog, and I can't even think who the blog was. Oh, sorry, it was a couple of years ago. So I halved them, and when I went and saw Marissa in Melbourne, I gave her half of them. But this was the only set books in it that was books 1, 2 and 3. No, book 1, book 2, book 3. Anyway, this is the Young Brothers now, and this is book 4. Different format. It's Kathy Love. She's a whopping big author, US bestseller, but these come in different covers too, where you get kind of the more kind of not cartoony look, but I don't know, more funner look. Well, anyway, Young Brothers. I really like these, and I gave them to my girlfriend to read up north, and she read them and she loved them. If you like Black Dagger Brotherhood and all that sort of smexy, sure, you can tell fangs for the memories, fangs but no thanks, and I only have fangs for you. You can see the type of fun she has with her titles, Kathy's titles. They are light reads, but at the same token they're really well written. So these are more if you want to just sit around the pool, down the beach, on vacation, nothing too, you know. I loved them. Elizabeth's book was okay. She's the sister, and I think it's kind of given away that she isn't the vampire. But yeah, I thought these were fun, and I gave them 4s and 5s because they really, I mean, Heather Graham's got I loved it. Erin McCarthy's got a unique blend of heat, humour and heart. So there is stories to these, and they are smexy, but they're much more light. And yeah, I just think they're worth a read anyway. Now, for those of you who know, on Facebook I showed my off the ancient wooden trolley that I got off at my local library. There's a little clunky old little trolley that sits out the front, and it's wooden and it looks really old, but you can get 5 for $1 books. Wow. I have gone Barney Stinson style on How I Met Your Mother, challenge accepted, for my buck. Where's my receipt? Is my receipt here? I had my receipt before. I might have left it out on the table, because this is take 2, but I'm doing for this whole thing. Anyway, that's book 2 in the Dirk and Steel by Marjorie M. Liu, called Shadow Touch. That is book 8, I think, The Wild Road, and book 9, The Fire King. And it is badass long. I've been watching Marjorie for a while now. She only looks like late 20s, early 30 or something, but she's so much more than just writing these books. She does like comic style stuff. Yeah, I've watched videos. If you Google her, she's quite amazing. I even saw her when she'd stuck up a photograph of a breakfast she'd made for herself that looked like a lunch or a dinner, but it was Cantonese or whatever ease style. But yeah, it looked really yummy. That's one thing I remember. Anyway, also I've got Numbers 11, Devil May Cry, Sherilyn Kenyon. Again, 20 cents. And Acheron. Oops. Now Acheron looks like I might need the white fabric gloves to read it, because it's looking a bit scary. Looking a little bit scary. That's the only one that's actually ex-library book. The others were just on there. But you can see the difference. There's Devil May Cry and there's Acheron. So the minute I mentioned Acheron with the Dark Hunter series, people have piped up and gone how much they liked it. So it's badass thick, so, and it's a badass long series, so I thought they were quite a good little find. And my challenge is now to get book 1 in each of the series, and try and I'm going to check my little trolley each week and see what I can come up with. Take my dollar and see how we go. Now, out of that box of books also, some like it Scott, Donna Kaufman, she writes a lot of books. So this is the first one in the Hot Scott trilogy, which rates okay on Goodreads. But yeah, thought I'd give it a go. And I just wanted to point out ant writing. Oh yeah, my favourite as always is ant writing. Now, also from my library while I was there, this is book 2. She's Australian MJ Scott, and Kerry Arthur. You can just see her little teeny blurb there. This is the Phoenix. No. This is the Half-Light City series. Because she's Australian, I want to give her a go. Again, a bit in ant writing. Shadowkin is book 1, which I've got here, and they won't take me long because they're only little books. And book 3, the book cover has been released, is Ironkin, and it's a beautiful cover. It comes out on April the 2nd, 2013. So, little MJ Scott who lives in Victoria, in Australia, wah. And this I picked up as book 2. That's okay, doesn't matter. I've ordered Fever, which is book 1 in the Phoenix Rising. I wonder why I picked this one up. It just kind of looked appealing, you know, abs and, you know, see, look at that. You can go, where is it? Bumpity bump, you know. It kind of just, I know, marketing people. So Blaze is number 2 in the Phoenix Rising, and that's 3.83 on Goodreads. So I've got Fever coming. Now, Bloomsbury, thank you so much. This is YA. The Declaration in the Declaration Trilogy, number 1, published in 2007. Number 2, The Resistance, published in 2008. And The Legacy, book 3, published in 2010. Now, I requested because I love a dystopian, and on the back it's got, before the Hunger Games there was the Declaration. So, Curious George, I want to read them. So I put them all together, and they're still not as thick as Acheron. Yeah, I'm really keen to, and these are, I think this is kind of like a promoting them, getting them out there. So I wanted to read Gemma Malley, Bloomsbury. Thank you. Now, on the e-reader, I can't show you the picture, but I read Easy by Tamara Webber. Be Still My Heart with Lucas. He is absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm going to show you something. I have to move my mug out the road here because I'm looking at myself. But this is the art. Did a bit of Facebooking now. Can you see that? And can you see the tattoo? Now the book cover. There's the book cover. So it's nearly this one. But this is the type of artwork, that ink that Lucas has on his body, and all this main stuff in the book. But how gorgeous are these two? This is Jacqueline and Lucas. So I'm going to put that back down and try and find myself. Where am I? There I am. I don't know. I can't even tell if you even saw that then. But brilliant. Loved it. There's lots more artwork. So obviously it's from a photo bucket stock thing. But beautiful. Lucas is like, this is quite a fast paced. Jacqueline is nearly raped at the start, and then it goes from there, and you just keep finding out more and more things as the book goes in. But it's just it's a beautiful contemporary. I mean, and then I read Hail Murray, Misty. Maree is the second part, and Hale, Hale. It's not Haley, because she actually says that in the book. Don't call me Haley, it's Hale. And Misty is self-published, and it is brilliant. Oscar, I think Oscar might Oh, does Oscar supersede Lucas? I don't know. They're both beautiful. Can't think. Anyway, Hail Marie is new adult, kind of going an adult because there's an scene. There's many swoon-worthy scenes. There's many quotes. Oscar is just a quote in himself. He's just beautiful. But then there's a certain scene, which you'll know what it is when you get to it. But I'm like, oh, yes. But it was beautifully done, and it's not what you think either. Trust me, you're not going to think this. But loved it. Misty is just wow. Yeah, she really nailed it. Anyway, also, oh yeah, and Thoughtless by S.C. Stevens, and Effortless is number 2. They're both like nearly 500 pages each, so I still have to write my review. I'm in the middle of writing my review for Easy now because I'm just trying to get it right, because it's, you know, just need to get it right. Thoughtless, Kira. Now, you got to take into consideration, this has got thousands of ratings and it rates really well, and I found it very addictive. Very addictive book. It's one of those books you want to put down, but you don't put down. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, Kira really is a bit of a train wreck when it comes to being thoughtless. Like, oh, the things this girl does. But at the same, like, yeah, she needed a stinky dead fish lap from me several times. But she's just, you're compelled to keep reading. And I can see why, like, the title Thoughtless is there for a reason. If Kira's the type of girl that you would like your son to behave with, but that's the whole point of this book. She is, and she doesn't even see half what she's doing, because the way she reasons everything out, you just go like this. She does. Wow. And Keelan is just beautiful. And there's Aussie, yes. If you haven't been able to tell by my accent now, I'm an Aussie. Denny, he's just that laid back, and I totally get Denny. He just he's with his girl, so he just totally believes, and that's it. He's with his girl. He's not looking for any cracks or any. What, Kira, honestly, dear girl. But very good book, because it can make you angry and it can make you but yes, I'm really looking forward to Effortless. And then there's another one, because it makes me think what else S.C. Stevens can really write, but she can, because they're both 2 really big books. And also this, see this, look at that, that's a key, that's a regular key, that's just a nice old-fashioned funky key. See that? That's a USB. Now, where's the camera? I don't know if you can see it. It says Escape. Oh, it says it backwards. That's okay. Escape. Now, Harlequin Publishing, they approached me, and they've approached some blogs and asked them if we wanted to do some Q&As, etc., etc. So I have got a Q&A coming with Kate, the editor, very shortly. It's all done, and Kate's lovely, and she had really wonderful time with them, as in with the response. She was very generous. But on this, because when I got it, I was looking at it thinking, I didn't want to go shoving it in anywhere, but I was like, is that a USB, or is that like not a USB? And then I thought, well, because that's exposed, I didn't want to go shoving it in anywhere. So then I sent an email and I go, yes, isn't it funky? And I said, yes, it is funky. It's got the books on there, because Escape Publish imprint at Harlequin is only digitals. They're not doing paperbacks or anything like that. It's purely digitals. And I just finished, and it was a really long book, urban fantasy, because if I see urban fantasy or steampunky or whatever, I just go ding 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 and I go for it. And Chaos Born is Rebecca Turner, and she lives in Brisbane, so she's a little Brisbaneite, 2 hours and a bit away from me. And I'm doing a Q&A with her, but I'm also going to read Grease Monkey Jive, Grease Jive Monkey, Grease Monkey Jive, which again is a big thick book, but in a digital way. Ainsley Patton. And also, at the end of Chaos Spawn, you can read some extracts of the other books. So I got quite sucked in with In Safe Hands by Lee Christine. You got the big ex-SAS, commander, and I forget her name. Sorry. She did some nutty pickies, and now she's 8 years on in her life, and she doesn't want her nutty pickies to make it out into the world of people seeing them. So she's enlisting some help from this particular Hunky Spunky, but there's more to it. And that one I think was the smaller out of the three. So I've chosen 3 out of I think 5 or 6 that I had the choice of, and I'm going to be doing Q&As on 2 of those. But Rebecca Turner definitely, and then it'll either be In Safe Hands or Grease Monkey Jive. But yeah, and Chaos Spawn is really, really, really good. Laura Blackgoat. This girl takes no shit or poop or anything you want to call it from anybody. And there's 3 lads. I won't explain them, but they're all rather nice, but in all different ways. And it's got a nice little original spin on it with a couple of nice little twists thrown in, which I went, oh, didn't see that, which I love getting. And it's oh yeah, she gets the poop crap beat out of her a lot during this book, but she just takes it on the old chin and away she goes again. And yeah, I'm assuming there's going to be another book, because I'd hate it if there wasn't. Really enjoyed it. It's very detailed too, very detailed world building, and yeah, top notch, I thought. So that's it. Lots of Q&As coming down the pipeline. They're all over the place, whether they're with the publisher, an author, or sitting on my Word doc. But we've got Tess Hilaire coming up, Deliver Me from Temptation blog tour with Source Books, Rachel Kane, because I'm so in love with the Morganville vampires. So I waved my hand in the air and said, can I please interview her? Caroline Hanson, I've had her Q&As for a few weeks now, but she's been sick, and also we were doing it after the 2nd of December, but she's been sick for a few days. So I just got to get back to her about the giveaway. Kate Cuthbert, editor at Harlequin, and I will be writing my review and my Q&As for Rebecca Turner, it's Chaos Born, shortly. So I think that's all I had in the pipes at the moment. Yeah, I think that's all for December, that is, and then this January. Okay, well that's it, and I hope you're all reading something lovely. I highly recommend Easy, and I highly recommend Hail Marie, as well, by Misty Prevention. And yes, there's so much I want to talk about, but everything gets blown out. And I've got a lot of reviews coming down the pipeline because of because I'm taking having a little, not as much time at the blog while hubby's hubby's got a month off shortly, and I'm reading what I thought was Dead Waters by Tim O'Rourke, but it's actually Dead Wolf now. Within like 18 hours I was completely confused what I was doing, but yeah, he just changed his mind with what he was doing, and that is Murphy and Potter. I love the chemistry of these two guys. Such fun, and I can just see Tim just laughing his head off when he's writing this stuff, because he just says whatever he feels like, and it's hilarious. Anyway, that's it. have a nice week, and I might be back next week. Okay, bye bye.